Well, hi guys, I'm sure you're all missing that cosy, warm community centre foyer where we'd normally be meeting. I know your homes are probably not nearly as comfortable, not nearly as cosy as that is. And so, to try and give you some normality on a Sunday, we're going to be filming these short Saplings videos so that you can still work through those passages in Mark that we would be in if we were meeting together. We're also going to get some books to you, some short studies in Mark. So you can do that in your own time to take you through the passages as well. Now you can do that on your own or with your family. You can do them as a Bible study on their own or as a springboard to a bigger Bible study. It's up to you. They're going to be yours to use how you like. We're going to get those to you really soon. But for the meantime, we're going to be doing these videos. And I wonder if you can remember where we were when we last left off. Well, the last thing we looked at in Mark was... If you can't remember, or if you weren't there, let me remind you. We were looking at Mark 5, and we were thinking about the storm that the disciples thought they were going to die in, with Jesus asleep in the boat. And the disciples come to Jesus and say, Jesus, we're going to die. What are you going to do about it? And he says, oh, you of little faith. Do you have no faith at all? And he calms the storm. Then we looked at the demon-possessed man who Jesus casts out the legion of demons. And a crowd urge him to get onto a boat and leave. So that's where we're picking up. We're going to go through what happens next. This is Mark chapter 5. If you want to read it, do. If you want to stop the video there and have a read of the rest of chapter 5, do that now. Or you can go watch it. I'll give you a link to a drama where they perform this. So we pick up the story halfway through Mark chapter 5. Jesus has crossed over the lake after being driven out of that other town. And as he lands on the shore on the other side, crowds come in from everywhere, pressing in on every side. And through that crowd pushes a man, Jarius. He's a synagogue leader. He's of high status. And he falls down at Jesus' feet and says, Jesus, my daughter is dying, but you can heal her. Now, Jarius' daughter was about 12 years old, probably about the same age as you guys, and she's on her deathbed. This guy is desperate. So he comes to Jesus and says, you can heal her. And Jesus goes. You can imagine the scene. It's a race against the clock. They've got to get there before it's too late. They're all rushing there. And the crowd that was on the beach come with them. They're pushing in on all sides. You can imagine the disciples holding them back as Jesus and Jarius try to get through. They've got to get there. And then suddenly Jesus stops. And as he stops, he says, who touched my clothes? Now you can imagine the disciples holding back the crowds. Jesus, we're in a crowd. Everyone is touching your clothes. Are you kidding? But Jesus felt power go out of him. He knows something has happened. And what's happened is a woman in the crowd who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. She comes through the crowd. She reached out, she touched Jesus' clothes, believing that if she did so, she would be healed. And as she did that, the second she touched his cloak, she was healed. The bleeding went away. Now, it's important that you hear me say that. As soon as she touched his clothes, she was healed because of her faith in Jesus. But Jesus still stopped. The deed is already done. She's already healed. Jesus brings this whole procession of people in this race against the clock. He stops. And the woman comes through and says what she's done. And she falls at Jesus' feet in fear. And Jesus says to her, daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be free from your suffering. Now, you can imagine the people around who are thinking, Jesus, why are you stopping for this woman? She's been ill for 12 years. She can wait an hour. She can wait a day. There's someone on their deathbed that needs help. And as Jesus is talking to the woman, sure enough, people come out of Jairus' household and they say, your daughter's dead. Don't bother the teacher anymore. There's no point. But Jesus turns to Jairus and he says, don't be afraid, but believe. He goes into the house where people say the daughter has died. Jesus says, no, she's only sleeping. There's wailing, crying, and now mocking of Jesus because he clearly doesn't understand the concept of death. But Jesus knows he can raise the dead, and that's exactly what he does. He goes to the girl who's just died, takes her by the hand and says, little girl, get up. And she does. She gets up out of bed and Jesus says, get her some food, which is, I'm sure, what all teenage girls would need as soon as they've had a long lie down in bed. I know it's what I need, not as a teenage girl. As soon as I get up, I want some food. But food is not the important issue here. Faith in Jesus is. You see, where last time when we got together, we had the disciples and the people in the village being terrified, fearful of what was happening around them. Here we have faith. Where they were responding to Jesus in fear, here they respond to Jesus in faith. They put their faith in him. And Jesus, seeing their faith, shows them some of his kingdom to come. Where there is no more death, where there is no more sickness, where he is ruler of all. They put their faith in him and his kingdom comes. Now, that's the promise for us today too, if we put our faith in Jesus. Now, we won't see his kingdom come right now, maybe. Not fully anyway, it's still to come. I mean, just turn on the news and you will see that the world is not healed of sickness and death. You can't ignore the death counts and the sickness rates at the moment. It's something that's still to come. But when this life throws us storms, we don't have to respond in fear, but we can respond in faith, because we know that better kingdom is yet to come. So I've got 3 questions for you that come out of this story. The first one is this: what strikes you about this story and why? Question number 2, what are you afraid of? And question number 3, what does having faith in Jesus look like in a world of fear, or when we're afraid? Take that either way. What does having faith in Jesus look like in a world of fear or when we're afraid? But that's us for now. And let me say a short prayer as we finish. Father, thank you that we can still hear your word, even though we can't be meeting together. Pray that as we think of these questions, we'll come to know you better, come to know your son Jesus better, and come to have faith in him instead of fear of our world. Amen. See you next week.